All right, back at it. Here we are, still at a whopping 26 degrees right now in central Vermont. And I know Julie is Sullivan Beauvais is making fun of us down in Florida. But, hey, the air is crisp and clean and beautiful up here in the pine trees in Vermont. We love having you on. Thank you so much for tuning in. Being a part of the Aired Out podcast experience. I have two guys, damn good-looking guys, that are right here next to me. Chris Wade and Evan Shangraw. How are you, boys?
Very good.
Doing well.
So glad to have you in here and to see you. And Chris, last time I saw you, I think was a little warmer. It was over the summer.
It was, yes. We were sitting around a campfire.
Yeah. Eating s'mores. Was it your son that was making those s'mores?
Yeah, my son Christian. He's a
Yes!
s'more professional.
God, they were so good, dude. And Joe Aldsworth was there, and I think it was either Christian or Joe who said, "You've had a s'more with Reese's peanut butter cups."
Yeah.
And I said no, and it's like Christian was like tripping over himself to make me one, and I've been a changed man ever since. That was awesome. It was awesome. I'm so glad to have you both in here and to have you reach out to us and say, hey, look, we want to promote what we're doing. What is it that you're doing? Let's start with Evan. What happened a couple of years ago where you decided you want to do something great for your community?
Well, we started the food drive last year in December to try to raise some food and some monetary donations for the local food shelf, which would be Williamstown for both of us, and help out some community members that we all know and some that we don't know.
Yeah.
And it went really well. It was kind of a last-minute deal that we decided to do, and it all went well. We did raise a lot of money and food for the food shelf, and supplied a lot of meals for Christmas meals for people. And Chris came to me this year and wanted to know if I would want to help with his or kind of join forces. And I said, well, there ain't no sense of doing two in the same community. Let's just do one big one. And he wanted to, his idea was to go for the Veterans Place in Northfield and get some meals over to them and stock their shelves. And we said, great, let's do both of them. Let's make this big. Let's go as big as we can, raise as much money and food as we can, and we'll help both places out. We'll stock both shelves, and hopefully they get all the stuff they need for the holidays and more.
And I heard you off air saying, you were telling Raylene that when last year you were taking some of the funds and you were finding out what was needed. And what did you do?
I went down last minute, and I ran around Hannaford's with a cart, and I just piled the cart up. Went up, used the money that was donated, paid for it, and I think I went in 2 or 3 times and just by myself on Saturday morning at 7 o'clock before they were starting to hand out the meals. They needed so many more hams and turkeys, and I had a list of stuff that they needed more of, and I just took the monetary donations and went and got it.
And who was they? Was it the Williamstown food shelf?
Yep. Last year was just the Williamstown food shelf, but we'll, like I said, we'll be working both with the Veterans Place and the Williamstown food shelf this year, and hopefully stock their shelves as much as we can.
This is amazing. So I'm wondering what this some of the people working at Hannaford's were thinking when this big dude is running in there 3 or 4 times in one day, buying more and more and more food.
Yeah, it only took about a half an hour actually. Yeah, I was pretty fast about it. I one whole cart was filled with a lot of pickles, and people really looked at me weird there.
Yeah.
The hams and turkeys weren't that much, but when I come out with a cart full of pickles and cranberry sauce, and they were kind of wondering what was going on, but being the holiday season, I guess they probably just thought I was hungry.
They were just like, yeah. Oh my God. So what was the success? This was year 1 last year,
Yep.
right around this time.
Yeah, we did the same deal, same right before Christmas.
And what was the success of the Williamstown food shelf?
I can't remember the exact dollar amount in monetary donations that we made, and I think we did. I want to say there was 35 plus complete meals that we put together for the community.
Oh my God!
I was really unprepared last year, so I didn't keep track of exactly what we donated for monetary donations or
Right.
food wise. But I mean, we filled a buried tile. My good friends down there, some family members actually, they let us use their trailer last year, and we filled that trailer, my truck, and I mean we really had a big turnout for a little bit of publicity that we had in the planning. I mean, it was very last minute last year, and we just hope to do twice as much or 4 times as much or whatever we can do. We just want to do it as big as we can and really donate back to our communities and some veterans that really need some extra food and some extra help this holiday season.
I say this to both of you. Be careful what you wish for, especially when it comes to something like this and the time of year, because our community, as you well know, doesn't fool around.
Yeah.
We say Vermonters feeding Vermonters, or Vermonters taking care of Vermonters, for a reason, and there's good reason for that. We do it. We don't do it half-assed up here in this state, especially now with this pandemic and what's going on with the price of food and everything. Ensuring that others are fed, and not just once, but through the winter, and taken care of and checked on, is something that we take very seriously here in Vermont.
Yeah.
So Chris, you decided. Tell me about the Veterans Place.
So veterans are really kind of near and dear to my heart. My brother is a veteran. My uncle is a veteran. I've got a lot of friends that are vets. And the thought of our vets or anybody going hungry,
Unacceptable.
is unacceptable.
Yeah.
And the sacrifice that our vets have made for us.
Yeah. Sure.
They don't know who we are, most of them,
Yep.
and this is just something very minute in comparison to what they did for us.
Yeah. Sure.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a great way to look at it. I wish more of us. We can't do enough for veterans. I wish more of us were thinking that way.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that the Veterans Place has, like I said, not just one damn good meal, but several.
Absolutely.
And that they're well fed over
Absolutely.
there and taken care of. So this is incredible. This may turn into its own animal.
We're hoping it does.
That's our hope. So we want bigger the better.
Yep.
We want to, even if we go pick another veterans place that's not Northfield, if we got too much food, we'll find a good home for it, and we'll hopefully get bigger and better every year.
So how is this? And logistically, things can get very busy and very complicated. So, as you already know, in just a short period of time. But how will this? How is this going to unfold now? So you guys are collecting food now. You're kind of pre-gaming a little bit for the big event, which is coming up at the Pump and Pantry.
It is, yeah.
Tell me about that.
So we're going to have a big drop-off day, which will be December 11th at the Pump and Pantry in Williamstown. That'll run from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We hope to see everybody down there. But in the meantime, between now and then, and for a short time after, about a week after, we'll be doing pickups, and people can drop stuff off to my house, Evan's house, or Evan's shop, Shangraw's Truck and Trailer Repair in Williamstown on Route 14. And yeah, we're also, like I said, we're doing pickups. So anywhere in the Barrie, Northfield, Williamstown area, if you can't make it down to pick stuff up, get a hold of one of us via Facebook, however, and we're happy to come and pick stuff up at your house if you can't make it out.
We've seen, and I don't know if you have, Raylene and I have seen and read the reports that the actual Thanksgiving meal is going to be more expensive this year than in history, and they're breaking it down. If you're hosting 10 people at your house, what it's going to cost for you to pull off this meal, with everything that's involved, and the price of food is absurd right now everywhere. I mean, everywhere. But Vermont is almost like, especially in Vermont, it's tough right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we're seeing people that pre-pandemic were already Vermonters brushing up against the edge of food insecurity, maybe even very mildly. Folks that never would have imagined 10 years prior that they would ever be anywhere near that. Yeah. And then the pandemic hit, and, it's just complicated stuff that much more. We have other areas in life that are more complicated now, and it's unfortunately bottlenecking and coming down not only to income and funds, but also the price of food and how far you can stretch that buck and what's in your pantry. And it's people that weren't having a tough time a decade ago are having a tough time right now.
Sure. Well, the holidays are supposed to be a happy, fun time of year for everybody. But unfortunately, I think, the holidays have gotten to be such a commercialized thing that, it puts a lot of stress on people.
That's right.
A lot of extra money, Christmas presents, things like that. So I guess I'm of the belief that somebody shouldn't have to worry about whether, or make a choice, whether they're going to pay their mortgage payment, their car payment, medications, pets, or feed themselves or their family.
Right.
Nobody should have to go hungry.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough that I don't know what it's like to have to go hungry, but I guess I can only imagine, and I don't want to see anybody have to do that.
Yeah.
So.
The stats have always been in Vermont kind of hovering around 1 in 3 Vermonters is well within the spectrum of food insecurity. John Sales from the food bank, the Vermont Food Bank, is going to be in here soon. We're going to be chatting with him and get some more current stats, which I'm almost afraid to know, frankly. But, I mean, what you guys are doing is tremendous for your community and for the veterans in Northfield. So this is a chance to for folks to maybe take an inventory check of what they might have at home and say, hey, I'm not going to use this. I probably won't use that. God, I haven't been baking in a long time. I'm probably not going to use that. Yeah. And as long as it's, good, unused, unopened, non-perishables, this is the time to kind of go through your inventory and have a look at what you have at your house that you might not need or use or don't like, that you can donate.
Yep. And we'll take anything. Paper towels, toilet paper, dog food, cat food.
That's wonderful.
My wife last night, she brought up a great point. Feminine products, things of that nature, anything and everything, that people use in everyday life.
Yeah.
We're happy to take for a donation because somebody can certainly use it.
And Courtney's posting up right now if you'd like to donate perishables, to get in touch with either one of you, and they'll make sure that they get it up. They pick it up and it's fresh and taken care of.
Yeah, we'll take full hams, full turkeys, anything for a holiday meal. It don't have to be non-perishable. I just plugged in a big freezer. My grandmother's got a freezer we can plug in if we need. I'm sure there's plenty of storage. We'll find storage, and hams, turkeys.
Yeah,
the whole-
nothing will be turned away.
Nothing will be turned away, and it'll all be nothing will go to waste. We'll make sure it finds the correct home and get used for a holiday meal.
This is the kind of stuff that I get off on. I love when local community takes something and begins something that's super grassroots and done organically right here within the confines of our immediate community. And the results are staggering already.
Yep.
And what you guys are, I'm telling you, what you guys, you're going down a road here that's going to be pretty big.
That's what we're hoping for.
We're hoping.
Yeah. Well, you're going to do it. You're already doing it. Joe Altsworth came stumbling in here this morning, tripping and falling over his face, with a huge donation of food in this big tote here, which you guys have seen. You see it right there in front of you.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe, very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Not sure where that food has come from other than Joe. Maybe the fire department, police, I don't know, but maybe Joe went out and bought it himself. But he came in here, and what did he say, Raylene? He wants to challenge, I think, the Williamstown Fire Department.
Yep, awesome.
So,
Excellent.
Berry City,
Williamstown, Northfield.
Yeah, Williamstown.
Williamstown, Northfield, Berrytown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Randolph, East, Brookfield. It's all in the same community. I mean, there's a lot of people. I don't think some of them surrounding towns don't have food shelves. So I think like Brookfield, comes to Williamstown. Yeah. Chelsea and Washington might come to Williamstown food shelf. I'm not quite.
That's
positive.
an excellent point. That's an excellent point. And hunger knows no town, no borders, no community. It goes everywhere.
No, if somebody reaches out to us from a town that we're not listing, I mean, we're going to do what we can to get them what they need.
Absolutely.
And that's the other thing. If somebody wants to reach out to us, and really has a legit need, I mean, me and Chris are both going.
Great point.
We'll throw together meals and deliver them to a family.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to go through the food shelf. A lot of people are too proud to go down to the food shelf and grab stuff. Or if there's a veteran, if somebody knows a veteran that might be sitting at home with no holiday meal, me and Chris will bring them a holiday meal.
Great point.
If you're hungry, reach out. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
And nobody needs to know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and
Nobody needs to know.
I don't care if we know you, if we don't, and nobody's going to know that we're coming to your place and dropping off a turkey or just a plate. I mean, I'll make you a plate off our dinner table and bring it to you.
So
whatever,
awesome.
Whatever we can do for sure. I think
God.
both of us agree 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Joe just said if people want to drop off to me, Joe Altsworth, here in Berry City, or have a pickup done, that they can reach out to him directly.
Awesome, Joe. Thank you.
If they
Thank
wanted
you.
to. So he's got a truck right here.
Yep.
Deputy Chief, Berry City Fire. You give him a call, or get in touch with him on Facebook, or get in touch with us. We'll get in touch with Joe, and we'll come out to your house.
And I do want to point out too that we are going to have some drop boxes. There's going to be one at the Dollar General in Williamstown.
Yep.
There will be one at the pub in Williamstown, and there will be one over here at Brave LLC on Main Street here in Berry City.
Wonderful.
So you can feel free to stop in, throw something in the box.
And let's clarify here for Darlene, who's just tuning in right now. This is the food that's being collected is going to be distributed to the Williamstown food shelf, which serves other surrounding communities. Yes. And also, these boys are going to be making sure that the veterans over at the Veterans Place in Northfield are well taken care of and well fed through the holidays.
Yep.
Not just Thanksgiving, but through the holidays.
Thanksgiving is going to be not quite what we're going to be ready for. I mean, if somebody called us personally and really needed a Thanksgiving meal, definitely reach out. Yep. But this is going to be based, after Thanksgiving being in a couple days.
Sure.
And we're really looking for Christmas being what we really want to make sure everybody has their holiday meal set for Christmas.
Right.
But then again, if there's somebody that needs a Thanksgiving meal, we'll do what we can to round up what we can before Thanksgiving and personally go get what we need and do that if somebody reaches out to us.
Actually, I had a full Thanksgiving meal that was donated yesterday that I need to pick up this afternoon, and that's going to a local vet.
That's awesome.
Who's having a rough time, and he doesn't know that he's getting it yet.
Wow.
Just going to show up with it and, hopefully make his day a little better.
Yep.
This kind of stuff is a big undertaking. It can take a lot of time and energy.
It's worth it. It'll be to see all the happy faces and to think about the people that are going to be full and go to bed full, instead of hungry.
Yeah.
Or even wake up the next day and have some leftovers to get full again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raylene and I know all too well, and last year was a perfect example of this, that a lot of service organizations in our communities were not able to not only provide the staff to put together some mass meal distribution, but also with COVID lingering and the situation a year ago, that a lot of meals were not able to be put out, and she stepped up and made sure that the community got involved and made meals that were distributed, and they're going to be doing it again this year, and just making sure that they're getting made fresh and put in the hands and the homes of those that need it in all of central Vermont.
Yep.
You'd be, and I think we'd all be kind of surprised at how many people might be in need.
Yeah.
I think more surprised now than in past years.
Yep.
I mean, this is we've all fallen on some tough times. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do for a living.
Yeah. For me, it was kind of I just decided about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that I was going to do this.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows that my dad, Lonnie Wade, he passed away of pancreatic cancer last January.
Yeah.
And he was, personally, he's probably the most generous person that I knew. So I thought about how I could do something to kind of fill his shoes, if you will.
Yeah.
The big shoes to fill.
Yes.
And give back. And I said, what better way to do it than start an annual holiday food drive in his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annual.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to make this a
we're going to do it every year.
yearly holiday tradition.
I can't tell you how many window decals I've seen about Lonnie Wade, how many T-shirts I've seen, koozies. The list goes on.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the most giving guys that I met in our community that I can put a name to.
He seemed like he was a father among fathers.
Oh yeah.
To so many people.
Yeah.
And had a real lasting impression.
That's for sure.
And so many miss him still, always will. But this guy was just so loved and respected. And the fishing derby, my God, I mean,
which is going to happen again this year.
Let's put a plug in right now.
So I know Todd Miner. He headed everything up last year for that. He and Lindsay Contoys from the pub.
Yeah.
And I know I'm forgetting some people, but I know once deer season
Don't forget
is
Courtney,
over.
dude.
Yes, Courtney. Once deer season's over, I know the plan is to get together and meet and start planning that.
Have a couple of beers.
Oh, definitely.
Just 2 or 3.
Maybe.
Yeah. Blue Moon with 5 olives. That was with your pants on.
Yes. And we'll get together and we're going to kind of figure out how the fishing derby is going to. Do we know where it's going to be?
We don't yet. I think all the details for that are going to kind of come after deer season. We're going
Last year, Lake Maury.
It was Lake Maury.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a great turnout.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. A lot of people had some fun and raised quite a little bit of money.
Raised quite a bit of money for my mother, and also the Lonnie Wade Memorial Scholarship Fund.
Tell me about that.
So they started a scholarship, and it's going to be geared towards. So my dad was an OSHA and MSHA outreach instructor.
Okay.
So he worked with a lot of people in the construction and general industry trades.
All right.
So, the scholarship it's going to be geared towards folks that, have to have a certain grade point, like a C average, but show a strong interest in, the construction and building trades.
From a safety standpoint.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're excited to start doing that. And, we haven't awarded a scholarship yet. This next year will be the first time awarding that scholarship. So
Please let us know.
that.
Please let us know.
Absolutely.
We'll get you in here, or at least put you on the air live by phone, at the very least, and when you're ready to make that announcement.
Yeah.
And you're, I'm guessing, always receiving donations for that, just in itself alone.
We are, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Donations are always welcome. Always welcome.
So we have the fishing derby, and we have this.
Yep.
Is there a third?
Not yet.
Notice he didn't say no. He just said not yet.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Almost seems like we got to do something in the good weather.
Yeah.
The fishing derby is going to be cold and snowy, and
Yeah.
who knows what the weather could be for the food drive. But maybe we got to do something during
Well,
the
like
summer.
I told Ray, I'm shooting for 70 and sunny on December 11th.
On December
so-
11th. Yes.
But snow.
Fingers crossed.
But snow for Christmas.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, right. And here's the God's honest truth. We could get a damn superstorm Sandy bomb that comes and get 5 feet of snow and 100 below, and the turnout would be no different.
We're going to be there.
We'll be there with bells on.
And if you don't want to come out of your house, just call us up and we'll
Yeah.
come around. We'll come around. We'll trudge through the snow and get your food off your
You don't
front
even
shelf.
have to get off the couch.
No.
You can sit
Yeah.
on your couch in your underwear like Lonnie Wade, pick up the phone, call someone. They're going to come and take the food out of your house. You don't even have to move.
No.
right.
No, we'll come right in and clear out your refrigerator.
Yeah.
You go right in for you.
Yeah, that's fighting talk right there, man. But seriously, it doesn't matter what the weather's going to be on December 11th.
Nope.
Pumpkin Pantry. It could be ridiculous cold snow. It doesn't matter. You guys are going to be there,
Yep.
and Vermonters are going to turn out in droves.
Yep.
I mean, we just know it.
Yeah,
hoping
we'll,
so.
we'll have some hot coffee and hot chocolate out there, some donuts and for the morning hours, and then of course there'll be pumpkin pantry right there if you need some warm food.
Right.
The Roadhouse, the pub, they're all right there. So there'll be plenty of places to get warm if it's cold, and
Yeah.
we'll go from there. Yeah.
Now, where is the actual Williamstown food shelf?
So they have a spot in the church that's across from the pub. I can't remember the address right there, but they have a back section of that's actually sectioned off for the food shelf, and they do it right out of there. I think it's once a week they run that, and then I think it's open some different weeknights. They actually got clothes. They got a whole 9 yards in there. They got food, clothes, some bedding, and just everything really for anybody that's needed of anything.
And that's why I say, we'll take everything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Toys.
Everything.
I mean, we'll take toys because there's going to be kids out there this year that might not have a lot of toys under the tree,
Very true.
And I'll tell you right now, if there's a kid that I find out don't have a couple toys, not every kid needs $1 million worth of toys, but every kid should have a couple toys for Christmas.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a kid at heart. Number one. Number two. I need a new toy.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I do too. So
beautiful motorcycle.
yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and on the same hand, if we got families, single mothers, single fathers that might not be able to do that for their kids this year, reach out to us and we'll throw some toys together. I mean, I don't think that's going to be our big focus, but if there's a community member that knows us or hears about this and could use a little bit of help with anything, toys, food,
don't care
whatever.
what it is, reach out.
Yeah.
We'll do whatever we can and use our sources. We both know a lot of people in town and a lot of businesses. We can pretty much come up with what we need to.
Yep.
I think.
Now, so right now, how does it? Who are the big dogs? It's the two of you and Courtney, and
Both of our families will be there. I mean, my kids, his kids, our wives will be there helping us, and they might run and do delivery or pickups for us too. And I think we're all in it. I think all of our family members. There's multiple community members that are going to be in it. Like you said, you got the pub with a drop-off, the Dollar General with a drop-off. Sam at the Pump and Pantry is going to be 100% in our favor. And the other thing I didn't mention earlier, it wasn't only Hannaford's that I went into with monetary donations. I started at Pump and Pantry and cleared out what they had of hams and turkeys.
Wow.
I went to Quality Market and cleared out what they had, and then I went to Hannaford's to get the rest of the stuff. So I personally, I keep all my business local if I can. Yep. At any means, I don't care if it's an extra $1 or an extra $5. Most of my business stays local. Very little bit. I would go to a big chain store. I'm actually boycotting Walmart, so I'd rather go to a local store and buy, and support somebody in our community. Whether it be Pump and Pantry, whether it be the Dollar General. I mean, that's big, but they're still in our community. We got community members working there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in our community.
Right.
It is big, but it is part of the community. So, and the biggest thing is just to support local. This holiday season is going to be another big, huge thing. Nobody thinks about it, but all these local places have local people working in them. It might not be just the owner.
Right.
It's the people that work for them. It's the people that supply all their raw material to make what they're doing. It supports a lot of local people and other businesses.
There's a few people here that are chomping at the bit to chat with you guys and that want to get involved.
Yeah.
Whether it's in any way.
Yeah.
But do you need, I'm guessing, I shouldn't even ask because the answer is probably yes. Are you going to need help with boots on the ground? Volunteers help right there, day of, or on the 11th, or before that?
Absolutely.
All
if people want to come on the 11th and help, with people dropping stuff off, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
If nothing else, come down, have a cup of coffee, and share a story.
Yeah.
Let's all be in this together. And in the meantime, people want to help with gathering food. You get some food, and call one of us. We'll come get it, or you can come drop it off.
Yeah.
People are more than welcome. I'll never tell anybody that they can't help. I love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
He's been my other right hand man here at home. Yeah.
Christian?
Yeah. He's wanted to be really involved. He wanted to come today, but
he's always welcome in here, dude.
Really able to make it. So
he's making us up a nice sign, right?
Oh yeah. He's working on a nice. It's a 4 foot high by 3 foot wide sandwich sign.
Gonna decorate it with some Christmas decoration.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
How old is your son, Christian?
So he's 8.5.
This is like prime time to be teaching him the spirit of giving and to take care of your neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, you're teaching him something that's invaluable. It's something he'll carry with him long after you're gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's all in.
Why do you think both of us do it? I mean, we both had amazing parents that showed us what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And I know from last year, both my kids were there. Of course, my little one was 2, but she was there, and my oldest is 7, and she loved. We had some elderlies come in, and we just said, "Stay in your car. We'll grab the stuff out of the back," because that day it was actually really icy and cold. Yeah. So we just say, "Stay in your car." And my daughter loved lugging as many bags as she could over to the trailer, and that's what I hope we have as many kids there. Bring your kids down and show them. Show them how to help out with the community a little bit and get involved. It's not always sitting on your phone on the couch doing nothing. Get out and do something.
Yeah.
Whether it be, a lot of people right now are kind of hesitant going out with COVID and stuff. Put a mask on. We're going to be out in the open. Stay,
or a scarf. Put a scarf on.
Yeah. Stay, keep your distance. We if you want to wear a mask, you want to keep your distance, or if you just don't want to come because you're scared of it, reach out to us and
put it on your porch. We'll swing by and pick it up.
Yeah. Wrap yourself in
We're
cellophane.
trying to make this as easy as we possibly can for people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the way to do it. Will there be? Do you guys have some sort of? I know you mentioned a trailer, but do you have something bigger than that? Do you have a truck?
So we have a location right now where we're keeping everything cold, dry, safe.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's going to get filled up quick.
Okay.
But
we got plenty of sources. If we even if we fill that trailer by 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, I'll go get another one.
Can you? So can you? I guess what I'm saying is, can you get a semi in there?
We can if we need to. Yeah. I guess we'll kind of plan it by year, see how we do from here until then, and then we'll go from there. I have the trailer I have intended to use first as a quite large car hauler, being donated at the time of it being donated by a local race car driver, and we're gonna fill that. And then I have another one that Barry Tile has let me use in the past. I'll probably line that up to make sure they get their stuff out of it, and if I need to, I'll run down and grab that with one of my other trucks. And maybe if we get feeling like we're gonna have a lot of people showing up, maybe I'll have them both hooked up and ready to go. Thing about the big a tractor trailer, it's hard to get into like the veterans place and the food shelf. The little trailers that we used last year worked really well because we just pulled right up and offloaded. They weren't moving it back and forth, and we sorted it right in the trailer, and it kind of worked good. So I think we'll try to stick to just a couple smaller car haulers and go from there. And next year if we get overwhelmed and both them trailers are full this year and we're starting to pack our pickups, well, next year we'll know we need to get a box trailer in there. But
and we have to be in some regard realistic that other food drives that have taken place just recently have not turned the anywhere near the results that they have in previous years, which is quite sad. However, Williamstown, small community, gigantic people, and you can't really predict what's going to happen in Williamstown.
It could be crazy.
When you guys rally, it's done in a big way.
Yeah,
that's what you're known for. That Williamstown is known for that. So
we have been.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yeah. So, pace yourself, boys. Learn. Take this. 1 year at a time. If it's, but it is going to be an annual event. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
Another thing I wanted to mention was, talking for my business, Shangraw's Truck and Trailer Repair. I'd like to match every $100 of monetary donations from any business. I'd like to match with $20.
Wow.
On top of what me and my family in person are gonna do, for this event. I'd like to do that, and I ain't gonna put a top on it. If these people want to make monetary donations so we can make sure it goes and gets everything that's needed, then we'll do it.
And I just want to say that right there is the reason that I reached out to this guy, because I talk about how generous my father was, and this guy right here is as generous as they come. You know,
Well,
he cares about his community, cares about people, and he's just a good dude.
I've been in the time of need, so it's I know how it feels, and we're gonna do what we can to make sure nobody feels that way this holiday season and many more to come. Right?
Absolutely.
At least in the Williamstown and surrounding communities, for sure.
Yeah, and if it's big enough in future years, we'll go to bigger communities. You know, we'll move out and we'll make a list. We'll stock Williamstown and then the Veterans Place, and if we have more, we'll keep spreading it around.
Dude, I just heard you say the word "if" like 5 times, and I got to tell you, my man, I really don't think it's going to be if. I really don't. I mean,
well, we hope it's not. We hope a lot of businesses step up, and even people that might be a little bit more on the easier living side. I don't want to say wealthy or whatever, but if there's a family out there that is feeling pretty comfortable this year and don't have kids to buy stuff for,
right,
step out and donate a little bit. You can't take it with you when you go.
And
why don't you help out somebody that's living right now, and
right.
needs help?
And the other side of the coin is the folks that might be in some relative need themselves right now. But the power of one is tremendous. I mean, if you get enough people donating a small amount,
that's all it takes.
That's what scores a win every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're out shopping, literally pick up one more can of whatever it is that you're getting, or one more box, additional box, pasta, whatever it may be.
You're not going to notice it.
You're not going to notice it.
That's
the power of one.
A lot of these stores too, they do the 10 for 10 deals. Just stop and think about how many. How much food, 10 cans of something. That's a lot of,
that's right.
Means a big difference between somebody going hungry or having something in their belly.
That's right. And another thing, if you're grocery shopping with your kids, get that extra item and take it off the shelf, show it to your kids and say, this one's not going to our kitchen, our pantry, our house. That we're going to be we're putting this aside, and you, the child, you are going to be donating that on December 11th. And show them, put it in a bag, put it in your trunk, go there and have them take it out of the trunk and bring it over and donate and explain to them what this is all about.
Yeah, we'd love to see as many kids down there as we can, and the parents, that bring their kids down and do that. Whether it be 2 cans or a truckload of cans, or a ham or a turkey,
right,
or a bag of potatoes. Both of us love our kids and are gonna love to see any kid come out and participate for us or with us. And that's gonna be huge.
How many kids? How many kids do you have?
I got 2.
2 kids.
Yep.
What were you going to just say?
I've got 2.
All right.
But any kids who want to come down and help,
Yep.
by all means, come on down. We'll give you something to do.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yep. So. Wow. Would there be like a little warming hut set up, with a jacuzzi in it for Joe Altsworth?
Possible.
Well, like I said, it's going to be 70 and sunny that day, so I'm not sure that we're going to need it.
Right.
But we'll prepare for the weather, and we'll have probably some pop-up tents and some heaters, some buddy heaters, and we'll make sure there's if it's calling for really bad weather, we'll make sure there's places to get in and warm up and conversate, and
we'll be watching the weather like a hawk. We'll
I'm sure you
plan
will.
accordingly.
Yeah, we'll plan accordingly, and like I said, there's plenty of surrounding businesses right there that will let us get in if we need to, and we'll do some pop-up tents with heaters, and I think
it's awesome what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
We Raylene and Sherilyn and I and Devin, we would love to be involved in any way that we can, albeit just promotionally or otherwise. But I'm honored that you reached out to us. We hope that you'll do it again, and we'll do all we can. We'll do all we can. To help you out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Raylene's promoting the crap out of it on our Facebook page, and we're gonna continue to do it.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Joe Waldsworth in a tank top or flip flops at the same time, but it's a bad nightmare, and you might see it.
Let's not forget that my camper is right across the street from Joe's camper.
Yes.
So I've seen Joe at his best and probably at his worst. So,
dude, if you get any pictures or video, I will buy it.
Oh,
I will buy it.
What happens at camp stays at camp.
That's right. What happens?
You gotta
We
come
always
to camp
say,
to see it.
what happens on the hill stays on the hill. Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Boys, we wish you all the best.
Awesome.
Say hi to your mom.
I will.
And give her a big peck on the cheek
I
from
will.
me.
Yep.
The old school bus driver.
Yep.
Oh my God, I haven't seen her in millions of years.
Yep.
Let us know how things are going.
Yeah, we will.
Anything we can help out with. If you need a push, we'll push it for you.
Awesome.
And,
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
So excited to have you on board, and thanks for being on the show. Thanks to our sponsors here at Aired Out, and man, we've got a list of them: Barslow Construction and Granite City MMA, Preston's Kia, Gauthier's Quality Grounds and Maintenance, Wright Electric, Wood Doodles, right here in the Granite City, Donnybrook Fight Promotion, the Barry Montpelier Times Argus, ASB Financial and Retirement VT .com. You could put that on there. Vermont Custom Woodworking, CW Creative, Gustos, FGB Theaters, the Barry Area Development, Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce, Salvador and Babbitt, Fecto Homes, and the Green Mountain Mulch Company. We're going to catch you again, just over an hour. We're going to do our third show of the day right here on Aired Out, and I can hardly wait. We'll catch you then. Thanks to everybody for tuning in.